Good morning, Better Country 101.7 The Bull. Welcome to the mid-part of your 9 o'clock hour. I told you I was going to have some folks from the Fort Madison YMCA and the YMCA Test Kitchen programs. I've got the CEO of the Fort Madison YMCA, Ryan Wilson, and I've got Karen Siefken, the leader of the Test Kitchen in Fort Madison. How are you doing this morning?
Good.
Good.
So,
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming in. We got some information from y'all last week about the Test Kitchen and what it is in Fort Madison, what it's doing for our students in the area. And so, the first thing I think of with Test Kitchen is I'm like, oh, they've got cooking classes at the YMCA. And then you start to look at this, and it's a little bit not that. There is some, but it's a test kitchen development for the ACTs and the next level of education. So let's, Karen, if you will, talk a little bit about the test kitchen, and then we'll dive into how it became a partnership with the YMCA. So Karen, if you will,
Sure.
The test kitchen in Fort Madison, I know what I've seen on paper, and we'll dive into that. But what is the test kitchen?
Well, YMCA Test Kitchen, formerly Elliott Test Kitchen,
Okay.
is I guess the best way to describe it is an educational after-school program for all the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Primarily, we serve 4th through 6th graders in the Fort Madison area, but anybody who can get there by 4 o'clock in the afternoon and can be picked up and out by 6 o'clock in the evening, is welcome to come. Right now, our Tuesday class, we mentioned cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday is our cooking class. Right now, that is full, and we do have a waiting list for that. All of our programs are free for everybody who attends. We do have a suggested donation of $100
Sure.
per kid per program, but there's a lot of families that can't afford that.
Absolutely. And so you said Tuesday is a specific day. So is every day of the week something different in the test kitchen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Mondays right now is our Monday mashup program, and that is an educational program kind of based with units. So we did 6 weeks of chess for critical thinking and team working and that sort of thing. Then we did 4 weeks of games, card playing, again, working on math skills and things like that. We are in handwriting right now, so we're trying to teach the kids how to write in cursive.
Bringing that cursive back.
Yep. It's going to be a thing. I'm telling you, it's going to be a thing in the future.
It's got to be.
And then we will do about 4 weeks with baking with our chef, Caleb Wishmeyer. He's going to do some baking and cooking with the kids for a few weeks. Then we will do some math and science, making it fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go on to life skills. We're going to learn how to sew a button on and iron a shirt.
Perfect.
And write a check. And,
Perfect, yeah.
things like that. So Tuesday's cooking. Wednesday, we have a group from Central Lee that come in and they do cooking as well. And then Thursday is our STEM/robotics. And right now it's a lot of STEM, so science, math, technology, engineering. And then, of course, we have our ACT program. That is on Wednesday evenings. And that's obviously geared for high school students that are getting ready to take the ACT.
That next level, right?
Correct. We also just started an adult cooking class. We do have a little bit of a fee that we ask for from the adults, but all the kids' programs are free.
Excellent. It sounds like a good opportunity. And so is this year-round? Is this during the school year?
Yeah, it is year-round. During the school year, we do the 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. In the summertime, we run, I think of them as like half-day day camps.
Okay.
So there might be a 2 day a week, there might be a 3 day a week. It just depends on what we're doing that week.
Okay.
So we'll do cooking and math and music and history and all different sorts of things.
It's a little bit of preparation for everything. And so you mentioned Elliott's Test Kitchen before, and so now it's the Test Kitchen with the YMCA. I'll take it over to Ryan Wilson, the CEO of the YMCA in Fort Madison. How did this, because it sounds like a great program, so obviously bringing it to the community makes sense, but the partnership with the YMCA, where does that come in?
So a couple of years ago, when Kumar was thinking about what would be next for the test kitchen and what's next for him, he approached me and we had some conversations, and things don't happen very quickly when it comes to these kind of things, right?
Right.
He started the Elliott Test Kitchen back in 2015, and within 3 or 4 years, it was huge. Numbers of kids that were increasing, the budget was increasing, the programs, everything with it. So, he had approached me in the spring of 22. Of 21, trying to figure out where we want to go and how do we want to do this and can we make this happen. Very honored that Kumar thought of the Y as a great organization that works with kids in programming and things like that to potentially take this over and turn it into the YMCA Test Kitchen. Through quite a few meetings, a lot of things, it just made sense.
Yeah,
Again,
absolutely.
We're a big organization. We're a nonprofit. We do after-school childcare. We do daycare, sports. The whole gamut is what the Y is about. Again, going through meetings, my board, his board, and then figuring out who in the world is going to come and run this show.
Right.
It wasn't easy things, and a lot of great conversation. And essentially, by November of 22, I'm getting my ears mixed up here, so time flies, right? But anyways, November of 22, we kind of came to an agreement, and Kumar had approached me and said, "Hey, do you know Karen used to work with the Y, blah, blah, blah." And, long story short, I knew that. And so we approached Karen about potentially coming over and to the Y, coming back to the Y, because she was in the Y for, quite a while prior to being at United Way. And so when we sat down and met with Karen, it all kind of made sense, and she wanted to get back into the Y. And as of January 1 of 23, she was our executive director of the Test Kitchen. She worked hand in hand with Kumar and some of the staff all of last year. And
making that transition.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a fantastic, well-rounded program for a lot of the just basic assets that I think that are kind of getting lost with the younger generations. And so seeing those have a place to come back. If somebody wants to volunteer, somebody listening right now, do you need volunteers? Do you need people to help out with these classes? How do they get into that?
If somebody has a skill that they might not think is a big deal, kids want to learn new and different stuff, and we want to keep things fresh.
Anything.
So if somebody wanted to volunteer and they had, let's say they were into meteorology.
Okay.
That would be totally a cool thing to have. They could come and they could talk to the kids if they wanted to volunteer for a day, if they wanted to make it a couple of, let's say they wanted to come on Thursday because that would fit in well with our STEM. They wanted to come on Thursdays for a couple of weeks. That would be fantastic. We could arrange that. All they need to do is reach out and give me probably the easiest way to get me is via email. And you can get that off of the Fort Madison Y's website.
All right. And if you want to throw those out, Ryan, real quick for everybody listening, how can they reach out to the Y to get involved?
Yeah, fortmadisony.org would be our website. Go on there, and then we got the drop-down menus with the Test Kitchen and all of our different programming. That'd be the number one way. Otherwise, of course, Facebook and social media. We're very, very relevant and active.
Awesome.
From the Test Kitchen having their page to the Y having our page, and our marketing coordinator kind of helping with both and doing some things on both sides. So, yeah, fortmadisony.org or Fort Madison Family YMCA or YMCA Test Kitchen.
Awesome.
Those are on Facebook.
CEO of the Fort Madison YMCA, Ryan Wilson, and the director of the Fort Madison YMCA Test Kitchen, Karen Siefken. Thanks for coming in, and good luck with the program. It sounds fantastic.
Thank
Thanks.
you.